Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Maria Fontana On Demand Coaching and Consulting Show. Today, I have an awesome guest, Laura West. She's an amazing organic hair colorist, stylist, and salon owner like myself. She is also an essential oil specialist. She's been into tinctures and holistic practices. She's a published author. Maybe you can tell them even more, all the things, because I don't know Laura that well, so I'm trying to give her all her accolades. But tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your shtick and everything you do.
Right. Okay. So you're right. I own a holistic salon, and we use organic products, and I've owned it for 10 years. And I'm a published author. My book is called Transform: A Hairstylist Journey from Toxic to Healthy. And I have a podcast.
Good for you.
Same name, Transform: Hairstylist Journey from Toxic to Healthy. And I'm an aromatherapist, and I think yoga instructor, but I'm not really practicing that right. I'm not teaching that right now, but that's about it.
So you're a spiritual hairstylist healer all around, and you have so much to offer the world from what I hear. And you know, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop those links below so you can check out Laura's book, you can check out Laura's podcast, you can check out everything she's offering to the world and get inspired, especially to all my hairstylists, salon owners, and beauty professionals who are with us. Wellness practitioners also is a big part of our audience. So Laura, here's the question now. Pick my brain. Like, I created this show because people would always say to me, Maria, can I just pick your brain? I get millions of messages. Could I pick your brain? So I'm like, you know what? Let me give back to the community and let people pick my brain, and I can give you my advice and my coaching, consulting, mentoring, whatever it is you need today, or some intuitive guidance if that's where you want to go with this, whatever feels right to you. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, I guess being that I've mainly worked behind the chair for 40 years, and now it's a good time for me to pivot. It's a dream I've had to start an online business, but I don't even know where to get started. I know I need a one-page website, and then I'm going to record videos, and I'm going to put those up on there, and I'm going to sell some product. But mostly I want to be also, I'd like to do one-on-one coaching for people like stylists. I've had a lot of stylists ask, where do I start? You know, it's a little intimidating to go from toxic to healthy in your salon. It can be overwhelming. And then for clients as well. So I don't know, I guess, what would you say, what advice would you give me as far as what I just said, as far as what would be the most important thing, would you think, to do first?
Well, the most important thing would be, first of all, is what's your goal with the business? The goal is to train more the stylists or the clients on healthier living, on transitioning?
Well, I thought I would do both, but I think, well, what do you think? Should I just stick with one? If I had to choose, it would be stylist, because that's where my heart is, with the stylist. And I think there's a need for it
right really now. Is.
And now too, like with, you know, with the coronavirus, I think it's more important than ever to stay healthy.
Right.
And think about it. We're going to be in salons. We're going to have to be using a lot of toxic disinfectants and throughout the day, on top of using toxic hair products. So
I agree.
Doesn't it make sense? Yeah.
I totally agree.
To get as many chemicals out of your salon as you can.
Right.
And so I think probably I would go with stylist.
Okay. So I think that's a great choice. And I'll tell you why. When you're starting an online practice, a coaching consulting practice, I say it's like creating another branch of your business. You do have a salon, you're a salon owner, and you're creating another branch of your business. So you're actually going to be taking your gifts, your skills, your expertise, your life experience, and you're going to package that all up, and you're going to train, teach, and mentor other hairstylists how to do what you did. Because people are picking your brain saying, hey, Laura West, How did you do that? How did you turn your whole practice holistic? Hey, Laura, how did you write a book about it? So really, that is your magic, giving people that roadmap. So business-wise, I mean, you're really ahead of the game because you know exactly who you're talking to. You know exactly what the result is going to be. They're going to be transitioning their workspace, their salon business, being it if it's a studio or a big salon, to a holistic, more eco-friendly way of doing things, not more non-toxic. Let's face it, organic, cruelty-free, vegan, because all those fall together. So it's all in that package.
Right.
Now, as far as putting that business together, there's so many different ways to do it that I can't answer you with just one way. But we'd have to dig further and work further into it. But the truth of the matter is you got to start from one place, and that is getting your message clear, which you do have. You know exactly what you're helping the clients with. And then how, so what are you offering them? You know you're offering them coaching and consulting, right? Do you want to do the coaching and consulting one-on-one right now? Do you want to do a big group of people virtually and be able to offer your service one-to-many? Did you ever think of that?
No, I hadn't.
Right. So that could open a whole new window of opportunity where you can create a group coaching program, and you can hold, you know, you can have so many people on a Zoom video conference and really serve one-to-many, because when you're serving one-to-one, that's a little bit more of a higher consulting gig. And yeah, this is just my personal experience, my personal strategies, my personal teachings that have worked for me and my clients. It doesn't mean that there's not a million other ways. So we'd really have to figure out what feels good to Laura. Like, what do you see yourself doing? Do you see yourself actually virtually giving classes where you have more free time, you could serve more people? Do you see yourself creating an online course that accompanies that, where it's a DIY that you can add with that, or a DIY course that you can add, you know, one-on-one coaching if they want to upgrade? So there's so many ways you can do this.
Yeah, too many choices.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'd have to really figure out. So we could do this on this call real easily. What kind of time do you want to spend on this business?
Well, I mean, I can spend time on it.
Okay, so like so here, maybe I should reword that. Imagine that you're going to be coaching people. Like, I want to hire you. I own a salon, and I want to hire you to help me turn my salon into an organic, holistic space the way you have. What would look like the most appealing? So listen to your intuition, feel your gut right now. Take a deep breath. And you're going to feel what feels right when I say these few things. Going into the salon and teaching them a workshop for a few hours to the whole staff and the salon owner. B, doing it virtually where you already have everything pre-done and it's a repeat and rinse where you just keep selling the same course over and over, with maybe a personalized intake call with the person that you can get on the phone with them. And if they need more support, you can sell them more sessions. Or 3, meeting with a group of either 5 to 10 people in a group coaching program that lasts maybe a month, 2-3 months.
I think B and C appeal to me more than going, you know, traveling.
Okay, so then we would tailor that. Then I would help you tailor your program to figuring out, okay, where are we going to house this? So you would need a website of some sort just to send people to make it simple to, you know, give them all your information. And then we would figure out where are you going to house your online course. So there's a few wonderful websites that I've personally used. I personally use thinkific.com. And all my online courses live there, and they're really easy to create. They're really easy to put in, and it's a really nice user experience for the client. Actually, I'll drop some links below if anybody wants to take a free class. I have a bunch of free offers. You can see what the platform looks like, and it's one of the best places to throw your online course. Another great platform is Podia. Now, Podia has a membership option too, if you're looking to create like a community of maybe like a holistic community of hairdressers who want, you know, have somewhere to congregate. It's almost like you're going to own your own Facebook membership without relying on Facebook that could disappear any day. So that's another place you could house it. And then once again, the one-on-one coaching is just the way me and you are talking right now on Zoom. Again, there's so many inner workings and details that come with creating this business, but I've helped so many clients do it that it's really not that hard to do. I mean, you already know who you're talking to and what the end result is going to be. So when do you want to start doing this?
Right away.
I think you should do it right away. I think we should start working on this right away.
I'm telling you, because I've been procrastinating for a few years now.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's hard when you're booked behind the chair to even focus on a second career or business. And I feel like for me, now is the time, since I have the time, since the salon is still shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And oops, darn it.
That's okay. Technical difficulties, folks. It happens. It's funny. Every time we do I love it. We do a show. Every something goes wrong, who cares? That's all part of life.
I was charging my phone. And so that, anyway.
That's okay.
So anyway. Okay, so where were we?
So you were saying you wanted to get started now. So the first thing that we want to do is, and you have an edge because you already have a book. Do you have your book there that we could show everyone?
I did bring it.
Well, come on, let me see. Awesome. So honestly, your program should be titled what your book is. I mean, if that's the your book, I haven't read it yet, and I'm going to read it because I know you gave me a copy. Does your book have like a set steps that you bring people through, or is it just a story?
It's a story, but I thought what I might do, I'm going to, instead of calling I know the course is going to be shortened a little bit, but it'll have those words. But I think I'm going to take the book and make a workbook out of it. You know, maybe an E step by step.
Right. So what we could do is, a great way to create your online course would be to take your book, go back in there, break it up, and you have to make your methodology, like how Laura West did it. So, you know, you can name your methodology whatever it looks like. Like one of my methodologies that I use for creating more profits is called Zen and Profits, because it's spirituality and making more money. But you need to name your methodology and create either a 4, 5, 6 step, and then your whole core program will be built off of that. So we need to start at the beginning. But being that your book is done already and you lived it, you did it, you're just sharing your expertise and your knowledge in a package with other stylists who are hungry for that information. And I think it's a great thing. So I think the first step this week, if you really want to get started, is take your book and start dissecting it. Be like, how many steps do you want this program to be? Like, what feels good? 4, 5, 6? And then you break that down as to what the steps are people have to go through, like module 1, module 2, module 3. I'm a fan of 4. After 4, you lose people. It's just too much bullshit. Keep it simple. The simpler you keep things, the easier it is for people to articulate, especially in online programs and group coaching. And then you could marry that group coaching program where you actually go through the modules with them and do either a 2-month course, a 3-month course. Again, we'd have to really deep dive and work on that. And that's where my magic comes in and my specialty of really figuring out what fits your lifestyle. We would have to do the math as to how much money do you want to make a month? We have to do the math. So there's a whole process. So the way I have a process to get you from beginning to end is what you're going to create for your practice, beginning to end in a process. Does that make sense?
Yeah, very helpful.
All right. So what else can I answer for you today? What else is top of mind that you think, you know, you want to know this week that you could take action on? Because I want to see you take action this week.
Well, I think the first step, like you said, would be work on going through the book and creating my steps.
Right.
Creating my course, right?
Right. So what I would tell you, do you have a piece of a little book. So if you have a piece of paper, this is another thing you could write down. You can write down what the end result is going to be.
Okay. So write end result first.
Yep. What's your end result going to be? And basically, we know that already. Your end result is going to be teaching salon owners, stylists, or teaching beauty professionals how to pivot and make their business holistic, organic, whatever word resonates with you, healthier, whatever works.
Right.
So we know the result already. And another plus to that is you can always share with people too, because I'm a really big fan of being an expert, a specialist in what you do. By them pivoting their business and creating it, like my salon's a success, huge success right now, because I did that. I made it it's totally organic, it's totally cruelty free, and it makes you stand out. So that's a selling point to the stylist. You could say, listen, yes, initially, this is going to be a little shift. You may have, it's going to be a change, but not only what it's doing for your health and for your client's health, but what it's going to do for your bottom line, because you're going to show up as the expert.
Right.
As society changes.
We both know that I don't know about your area, but my area, I sometimes have to turn clients away because I can't find the stylist that are willing to do it.
So I'm going to pivot real quick because I just had an intuitive thought when you said that. So because you do own a salon, how many stylists do you have in your salon, or are you by yourself?
No, I have two stylists that are booth renters.
Okay. So what would it look like if you think about entertaining, bringing on someone else that you can mentor, train as your protege? That way she can, or he could start taking over doing some of your hands-on work. That way you can start focusing more on your other business.
Well, you did get an intuitive hit, because I did get a young woman into the salon recently, right before the shutdown, who moved from cross country. And she's going to be that for me.
That's awesome, because that's really
important.
We're
picking up on that.
Yeah, that's part of my gift, the intuition. Because the truth is, Laura, you can't move and focus on the second section, the other branch of the business, if you're totally immersed in the business. So I want to see you more working on your business, not in it. And I went through the same thing, because I'm a 34-year behind the chair, active salon owner. I still work behind the chair a few days a week. And I get it. And when I started my coaching and consulting practice, I had to make some shifts that were scary. But the truth of the matter is, if you're going to share your gifts with the world, you have to be able to really sort everything out and make sure that you do have someone else who's helping you. And again, laws are different. New Jersey, we don't have booth renters. It's against the law. So everyone's either an employee or they have a suite, which suites just started like a year ago. So we have a whole different animal here. But I think that's step one, simultaneously as you're breaking down your course and writing down, once again, who your target market is. It's very obvious. Salon owners or beauty professionals who are really looking for a healthier lifestyle. That'll be really easy to market to them, because once again, most of those people like yoga, they like meditating, they're a little bit spiritual like us. They're a little, or I always say there's so many people that are spiritually bi-curious. And once you share like all this stuff with them, they're like, tell me more. So I think that's your mission in this life, to really enlighten people. So does that sound like a good place to start?
It does. Yeah. Very helpful.
Cool. All right. Awesome. So anything else that just comes top of mind with reopening the salon, anything that's else going on that I can support you with?
I can't think of anything. I mean, you covered a lot here.
Oh, good. Well, this is what I'm going to do, guys. If you're watching or listening to this live, #live. If you're on the replay, #replay. I want you to share the shit out of this. I want this message to reach as many entrepreneurs, beauty professionals, wellness professionals as possible. The links are below for Laura's book, where you can reach Laura. If you're in the Washington area and you want to go to Laura's Salon, I will put that link there too. If you want to hop on a call with me or be on the Maria Fontana on-demand show, the links are going to be below. Laura, I want to thank you so much for taking your time today and for sharing your energy with me. You're awesome.
Thank you. I got so much out of this. You're amazing. Thank you.
We'll chat next week. If you want to deep dive further, we'll hop on a call and we'll see how much more we can get done.
Oh, sounds great.
Okay, love you. Take care. Have a great day.